Hello there, welcome back to the Ottomans. Last time, well, we got rid of all of our aggressive expansion to, well, I think at least all of it. Pretty close at least. And that now puts us in a position where we now can do another war against Castile. And the only thing that I really have to wait for now is Portugal to leave the coalition, simply to make sure that they do not bring in a ton of new members. So while we wait for that, we'll be, of course, moving a lot more troops over to, well, there we go, Castile is left, and people will just be continue leaving for a while now. Once again, I think I might, or probably should. Wow, these guys actually like me quite a lot. We can offer them an alliance, and I think we can actually peacefully vassalize them. Yeah, we can. So, why not? That means that I basically have the thing that I need to eat North Africa. And I didn't actually have to focus on doing that. Of course, now I'm four diplomatic relations over. So we'll definitely go for, I think, the diplomatic ideas next to get extra diplomatic spaces or expansion. I honestly do not know. We have to find that Portuguese island that's over here. But if we do just keep on eating up their colonies, they should have to give up sooner or later. But for now, get the 36,000 men. I think that's small enough to Granada, and then we'll fight Castile. Let's see here, Ledger, military armies, Castile, how are you doing in terms of armies? Well, we'll sort you by total then. As you can see, we are second. France, well, we are equal with France and Timurids. England has 40,000 troops now, so marching onto them shouldn't actually be that much of a fun thing to do. Castile is not even on the top list here, it seems. Where are they? There they are, 10,000 men and 12,000 standing. So our armies or enemies have 70,000 men that can join the battlefield. Not really that impressive, considering that we have about twice as much, and it honestly shouldn't be a problem at all, due to the fact that we do have the Gascony, and the Gascony is basically, as you might know, or as you know, once again let's see, who are they? These guys, Venice, Switzerland, and Brunswick, so we could get into some problems with them. Yes, I am considering now the fact that they might actually join. Before we start this war though, we'll go ahead and sell, well, I thought I could sell, well, I can of course sell Torontal, and most likely Thames too, so we'll sell them and then we'll start the war. So I'll just get that off the plate and then I'll get back to you. There we go, we're finally ready. Sold 2 provinces to Croatia and Coimbra here to Galicia, so hopefully they have this caught by the time this war is over. And potentially then I'll take all 4 of these Portuguese provinces. That should leave them with virtually no navy, or potentially I'll just take these 2, and that island province here, and also that colony, but we'll consider that after the war. So for now we'll declare war. As you might know, Burgundy doesn't actually have an interesting, any allies that could become war leader and then screws over. I'm pretty sure Burgundy will be war leader. Would make, well, Castile state war leader, hallelujah. We are then ready to slaughter. We'll find the Castilian army destroyed, and that should be, as you might imagine, the end of this war. I'll see if I can find it quickly. Castilian army found and destroyed, not really, once again, not really a challenge at all. I guess I'll simply use these armies as siege squads, no real reason to send too many out there. And we'll use the other one simply for the pure purpose of attacking. So for now, just get our sieges up. Hopefully Granada will siege this one on their own without me actually doing anything to or telling them to. But as you see, I do have enough siege power as it is to most likely or mostly siege most of their lands. They did have a fairly substantial army here though, which could potentially cause me some issues. A Battle of Andalusia. What kind of rebels are they? Andalusian Patriots Castile. Well, that doesn't make much sense, but I'll allow them to siege that one. If it is the Patriots that I think they are, then they'll be of much help. But of course, we'll have to try and deal with the Castilian, I believe these are mercs, and if they aren't, we are probably in for some fun. But we'll figure it out sooner or later. It shouldn't be that much of a fuss if I just join up my armies and then send this one to hit them from the back. We'll see how it goes. There we go, the sieging corpus is more or less up. It was a little bit annoying trying to hunt down their armies, but we got them in the end, so not really that much of a fuss. It's kind of interesting now if it's an interesting choice, to be honest, if I should go ahead and aim at rebels to well, break these free or something, or if I should aim at something else. It's Andalusian Patriots, so I have no idea if that's actually something else or not. We'll have to figure that out along the line. Apparently they're also Hungarian Patriots, and it's kind of annoying that I don't actually... Well, I'll see if I can... Wow, that's actually kind of interesting, but I have other things to worry about. I would be very grateful if there is a pop-up for when Patriots rise up in your provinces that belong to someone other than yourself or your vassals. That would definitely be helpful, but as far as I know, there's no real way of knowing, which also is kind of annoying. But nothing that I honestly, nothing I can do about it right now. So if you guys actually know of a way of, well, telling or getting a pop-up or something, I would be very grateful if you told me. So feel free to do that. Not even I know everything. I know very little, to be quite frank. I simply use what I know to the best of my ability. That is at least what I'm aiming to do. But yeah, as you can see, this war is once again over. We only have to wait now for the siege to finish, and then we'll deal with these Andalusian Patriots, who apparently doesn't make any sense. Well, at least they don't to me. They disappear there, so still not making any sense. But at least we can get some of the Granadan provinces back, and in this case, it's very tempting to simply take give back Andalusia and then take these three if I can from Porto and start causing trouble that way. We'll see how it goes once we actually have sieged everything. We got the last religious idea, ecumenism, which should help me out a little bit here. It's kind of tempting to allow these Catholic zealots to win, but I'm pretty sure that if they actually do win, that the province will fall into Portuguese hands. So we'll of course march our army over there and kick its ass, or try at least. And we'll also be making peace, I think, with Portugal as soon as they actually get their asses into my vassals' provinces, just to make sure that they don't get what's the name of it, banished, so to speak. Apparently I need to siege some more because Portugal doesn't actually like this deal, and well, that's fine with me. I might actually just have to go for your little island then. Might even go for your colony if you want to be that stubborn. So we'll also go ahead then and complete the siege of Cadiz. It shouldn't be a problem. Also, as you might notice, the time for, well, the how should I put this, not the annexation, but the damn, I'm stuck. Not the annexation, but rather the, well, annexation of Athens is coming up, but the re-annexation of the countries that I released to make the aggressive expansion go down. There we have it. Damn, I'm slow today. My apologies. Conquer Trebizond, safeguard Eastern Anatolia, form alliance with Ramazan. I guess we can try this one. Conquest Eastern lands. Well, I might as well conquer that way too, to grow my own power. No real reason not to. So I'll send this guy back home to reinforce his army or fleet, and then we'll probably take these three provinces as well, and I'll simply call them myself to well, sort out some sort of problems. But yeah, let's see here. These have been integrated, giving me a couple more men. But for now, we are also set to... I guess I should improve relations. No, I don't actually need to improve relations with Croatia, because I'll simply have these provinces over, and that should be more than enough, hopefully. So, let's see. Venice, target, simply because of the fact that they do have something that I want. I should also go ahead and start improving relations with Navarra and Galicia. Especially Galicia, they will probably be annexed first, then Granada and Navarra. So we'll deal with that as it comes. But for now, we'll simply siege the last provinces and make the peace deals we want with Portugal and Castile. As you can see, the war is virtually over. All that I'm currently waiting for is the siege for this province here to finish. So I can take these three in this war and simply call them myself. It's no real reason not to. And it will also, at least in Castile's case, completely numb them from being able to colonize at all. They are basically stopped, and as such I should probably focus a little bit more on England, probably get myself a deal with Scotland here, so that I can actually land troops and then start conquering them, probably take Wales and Cornwall and basically you down massive vassal. But once again, I do have too many vassals, so I do need to get myself into a position where I can start cutting down on them. Bosnia will definitely be eaten as soon as possible, and I should probably have started the eating of these guys a little bit sooner. As you can see, Venice is actually starting to cause me some issues. And I'll probably take Corfu as well once I actually can here. So I'm very tempted to actually go ahead now and declare war on Venice, but a nice Burgundy Switzerland people state, it would actually be quite annoying, so I should probably have gone ahead and simply released Montenegro as opposed to actually Epirus. But nothing to do with that now. We'll have to fight them once Venice annexes them. It shouldn't be a problem. I can also then force Venice to release some other nations. That could also help me out a little bit. But as you can see, this is more or less now the end of Portugal. That one was quite expensive. That one was not. So we'll simply have to... yeah, it won't actually give me 100%, which kind of pisses me off. I guess we'll take that island later. Or do we want to take it now? Let's see, how much is this? Too much, so I guess I'll take your money then, and we'll take your islands next time. Also have you give up... Never mind! Let's see here. Rival Portugal. Then make peace. I guess I'll get overextension. A high amount of overextension. A very high. So I should probably also do this then. Bosnia, or the guy who's currently making me Bosnia like me more, will have to come home for a little while. And we'll have to go and pick up our troops here. These guys can actually march up to that one, and we'll sail down and pick up the other ones because we have no choice in the matter. Also, once again, we have some Catholic zealots, just being a nuisance as usual, but should be sorted out pretty quickly. Once we get a diplomat here, we'll make the deal with Castile. France is into a coalition. Not really that much of a surprise. They would get 100 something from that. So let's see. We'll have you give back and wow, that's quite expensive. How about we take Badajoz and Caceres, Burgos and Leon. That should teach them. And also, with such a small nation, the rebels should be able to tear them apart quite easily. Of course, I'll have one hell of an overextension for a while now, but I think I should be fine. I think I can sell Asturias right away to Navarra, and I can't sell anything to these guys. Can't actually sell anything to Granada either, so I guess we'll quit Caceres and force them to give back Cordoba. Simply get a connection, as it were, up north. And also to get 100% war score. So there we go. This will be hell for a couple months now, but I think we can handle it. We'll see how it goes. Line State, Genoa, Portugal, Savoy. The entire old little we hate you kind of speech. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and deal with that, and we'll see how it all turns out. Military attack 8 has been reached, the pike and shot, military attacks plus 0.25, combat increased by a point, infantry fire by 0.25, cavalry shot by 1, and we now have some new cavalry as well as a couple of new buildings. All in all, a good day, and as you can see, I'm still trying to hand over the newly conquered lands to, well, my vassals. At least I got Badajoz out of my hands pretty much straight away. That is definitely a very positive thing. I can also get Aleteio, so that's good. That should bring the overextension to, yeah, below 100. But of course, the Portuguese patriots did not like that, which I also find kind of surprising. But, well, now that everyone can be happy. But as you can see, it's kind of hard to actually get rebels to do what you want here, because, well, look, war exhaustion, legitimacy, positive stability, and tolerance. So basically I need to screw up the legitimacy, and I should probably do that by fighting longer wars, now that I think about it. But we'll see how much of this we can actually get our hands, and then we'll consider that. Of course, I need to keep one province that border them, simply for the purpose of being able to declare war. That, of course, would be kind of a bad if I forgot about it, but yeah, these guys actually need to march over there. What those two needs, so there we go. Let's see here, start converting Leon, and where's my army here? You'll have to go and kill off the guys in Athens, and then we'll fight Hungary again, I guess, for basically the last war, before we'll fight Venice to take Dalmatia, and Epirus, and probably also Corfu, if we can. And then we'll also fight these guys to simply eat them up rather quickly. I'll just get that out of the way right now, and then we'll see what we'll do. This happened a little bit too soon. England declared a coalition war on us, and, well, there is kind of a big coalition against me, which kind of puts me in a bad spot here. They do not like me very much. Castile and Portugal is not part of it though, which is kind of annoying and weird, but this basically means that I can't get my troops back home and everything, or hell will weigh down on me. What I can do, of course, is simply annex these guys and then release them. That will give me some war score, and of course I can bribe the rest. So let's do that and hope that we make it in time. But I guess this is unfortunately the end of this. But as you might imagine, these coalition wars are basically something that you'll have to expect. But of course, as you might imagine now, we do have some very simple ways of getting out of this. And that is by releasing Hawkiee, Albania, Bulgaria, Serbia, and boom, we are there. But we don't want to release any big nations. And that is probably or simply because of the fact that it doesn't actually pay off. I still need 40. I can actually annex Bulgaria in a single war, I think. But this will still hurt me quite a bit in terms of both manpower and economics. But as you can see here, it's quite easy to actually just silence a war by releasing smaller vassals. And if I were to do this, take away Bulgaria and release Wallachia instead, and simply pay the in-between, as it were, that would also work out pretty well. And I also kind of probably release Wallachia, or remove Wallachia, and then simply still pay the in-between, and just release smaller nations. In this case, Hawkiee, Albania, and Montenegro. So basically I'll be removing 90 aggressive expansion in a coalition war, and there is honestly no reason not to do this. Of course, Venice could be a little bit of a asshat again, and cause some trouble. But there is a very positive side to this, and here it is. These guys can't declare war on me. They can't join a war that I declare. Basically, Hungary now is defenseless. Bohemia is defenseless. The Holy Roman Empire in itself is defenseless right now because of the fact that all of the defenders have a truce against me. So I can basically do what I want. And as you can see here, coalition wars are helpful with this tactic. That is the truth. They are helping you achieve your goals. So I can't really complain on this, although it's going actually rather or much slower than I anticipated. Might be to the fact that I haven't actually gotten through to Austria yet, but once we get here, it should be pretty damn quick. And also, of course, I have a limited troops, and also the relations are kind of annoying. But I guess we'll just end it this way. I have to take a loan, of course, or maybe two. But once again, it's not really that much of a fuss. I'll simply reconquest these, and then I'll be going positive again. So once again, not really that much of a problem, as it does have an easy solution. So we'll just start another war, and we'll do this all the way around, and then in 5 years time we'll take back those we lost, and we'll also take, of course, kill off Venice right now while we can. So I'll take the Venetian lands. I'll probably also take Istria and Court myself, for the sole purpose of being able to use the Holy War on Austria. So there we have that. I'm also pretty sure now that I don't actually have too much aggressive expansion with Europe. As you can see, only of course Portugal and Castile, which I virtually killed off. So yeah, kinda helpful. But unfortunately it came a little bit too soon. I would have preferred after Hungary, but who cares? We don't have an aggressive expansion and anyone that matter. But this is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And wow, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.